How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? Well, let's see. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is William. How y'all doing today? This is January 16th, 2025. How y'all doing today? I'm doing just fine. Thank you for asking. First, I want to get off here due to a really good start here, y'all. I want to go ahead and address two judges, that's played a part of this situation with me in the court in this DSS, okay? So, first judge I want to address with this, and I know these judges watching my YouTube, especially Savon Wallace. Although she signed my papers, that's still my girl. I mean, she almost like to me now. I don't know how she feel about me, but I'd say to me, she almost like a child of mine, because she got the only white girl I seen growing up and, going to school with my older kids. And she was a little cute little white girl. And I remember one day her mama came to pick her up and she was trying to run over to me. Mama had to grab her, Tanya Wallace, her mama. So it was just exciting because I remember she was little. You know what I'm saying? So that's the exciting part about me. So that's why I want to address this, and I want to address this correctly. Okay, just like I told you, Savon, that not to touch it when in my couple of years ago. The video's a couple of years old now, but I remember telling you not to touch nothing of mine because people is gonna have you to do stuff that was they were gonna be doing stuff spitefully against me. So when I went back and I looked at everything, I seen that you had signed the papers or whatever. I said, you know what, you signed the paper for 7 days to get a DSS a chance to get things situated or whatever. So, but they didn't. They took it. They took your signature and then they went beyond your signature. So they did a lot of stuff that was not correct and wasn't law. And so. But what I wanted to address to you is, I never write you up. You know what? Cause you just almost like one of my kids. I mean, really, truly, you are. I don't know how you feel about me. I'm gonna just assume that you probably feel a little decency towards me because I just feel that way. But anyway, I ain't too many people that I saw growing up that I could say this about. Before you became a judge, before you became an adult. I always thought a lot about you because you seem like you just a little girl hanging around with my little kids at the time. So. And I remember you, so I don't remember too many little white girls that went to school with my children. So I don't remember. So you kind of stood out, and I thought that was special for all these years has passed by. That I still remember the moments when you were little. So just to let you know, honey. Sometimes when you care about people, sometimes they hurt you or sometimes they don't mean it. You know what I'm saying? So I just like to put that out there. Girl, I never write you up for nothing. I mean just for real. Even, you a judge, I want you to go on to be the best. As a matter of fact, I would like for you to leave off around Richmond County and go expand yourself and really, really grow, be like your mama, go further than your mama, go up that ladder and really be a really inspirational person to everybody. So as a judge, because I know one judge that did that I got an opportunity to see, and that's that Charlotte Brown. You remember Charlotte Brown? You probably don't remember Charlotte Brown though. She was the only black attorney around here, a lawyer that was with Butler and Sharpner, Benny Sharp and Butler, worked in their office. Man, she was a mother lawyer. I'm telling you. That woman, I really respected her even when I was young. I respected her. I got an opportunity to be in Charlotte one day out of nowhere. Man, she running the court in Charlotte, North Carolina. And man, when she saw me come in that courtroom, she stopped everything. I mean, the bailiff was out there. She stopped everything. She said, Mr. Wall, she said, let him come on up here. I walked right up there to the bench. And she stood up on the bench and reached over and hugged me on the bench. She stopped the whole court proceeding. And I felt so good because she remembered me when I was young. And she was like a mother to me, and she's still like a mother to the children in the court. I know it's hard decision that she have to make being a judge, but man, it was just awesome seeing her in the Charlotte court, and it was just amazing. Amazing to me, and I know it's gonna be amazing you with your journey. Your journey is gonna be amazing things happen to you in your journey. Also, I ain't want to speak more about that. That's just how I feel. Let you know, honey, I never write you up. I mean, just never will. I mean, I just won't because you just like a child to me and you grew up with my kids, so I never write you up, for nothing. I mean, not me, because I like you that much. I just want to let you know that. Savon Wallace. Okay. Now, and another job I want to address is Christopher Rue. Now, Mr. Rule, I ain't think that you ain't never been in conflict with me. And I'm sorry that you think that you excuse yourself from. You ain't never excused yourself from no case involving me, because you know it's on. If you look back in the record, it's only been 2 cases in front of you, and that was me and my ex-wife when she assaulted me both times. You found her guilty both times, and you did that because of the law. You didn't do it out of prejudice, you know, or nothing like that. You saw the video how she assaulted me at the DSS parking lot, Richmond County, and you found her guilty, and you gave her 24 months probation. But now, in light of that, David McGuire appealed her case, and that same case that you found her guilty on, David McGuire appealed that case, and that's the case I went to that I was going to court for about 5 years with Reese Saunders. You know, that's the same case they ended up dismissing behind my back, and then let me have, and I was the victim. They ended up dismissing that case, and I was going to court. And the case was already dismissed on her, and they let that case run about 5 years, and that's one of the reasons why I had a problem with my attorney, John Airwood, because he was my attorney at that time, you know. So, but my attorney didn't have nothing to do with the district attorney dismissing the case. At least I don't think he did, you know, because I'm the victim, and the court's supposed to communicate with me what their intentions are to do with my ex-wife at that time, and they didn't do nothing. They dismissed that case against her and didn't even tell me nothing. So, in light of that, Mr. Rue, you ain't never been a conflict. I hated that you kind of conflict yourself in my case. So, but I can understand that you probably got kind of confused based on all the publicity going around about me. But you never was a conflict to me. But you made yourself a conflict. So, there's nothing else to be said about it. I understand what you were saying. I wish you would, because I would rather for you to hear the case myself. I said this. I look at you like you about the only judge in Richmond County that can probably, that'll apply the law. You know, so hey, I ain't not that you a good judge, but that you a judge that applies the law, and that's one of the things I liked about you. You know, so that's all I got to say about that. Okay, now my earlier videos, I was kind of upset about everything and say I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, but you know what? There's no need for me to write you up there because you ain't did nothing wrong to me. You ain't never you ain't never did nothing. I ain't never had the experience with you doing anything wrong with me because, I've been in front of you twice. You found Michelle guilty both times. So the first you found her guilty the first time, gave her 18 months probation. And she violated that probation when she assaulted me the second time. And you gave her 24-month probation the second time. So it's been a thing. So I just want you to kind of understand, as a human being, what I've been suffering here in Richmond County. I've been suffering at the hands of the sheriff department, people at that courthouse, judges like Sophia Crawford. She definitely been a conflict to me ever since I was young. I've been knowing her when she was Sophia Gatewood. So I've been knowing her for a long time when she first came in the field of being a district attorney. So, but now that's one that has really did me wrong. So I'm not gonna go into that, but she had really broke my family up, deliberately. She took my kids out of my home after I had them for 2 years after my ex-wife abandoned us. Just to give you the short story, the short truth. And then I don't see how a judge would take a man children out of his home in a stable home and put him in a place whereas that wasn't good for them, and then that the mother had then left off, committed adultery, got pregnant by another man, and then she said it in court, and I quote, these children need to bond with their new sibling. Okay, but you said they need to bond with their new sibling, but then you took them away from their sibling they already been born in the house with already and grown up with. So she was very biased and personal, and I felt that from her. You know what I'm saying? So that's to give you the short truth, And she knew that was her second assault against me, and it was video vibes by the DSS, which DSS didn't do nothing about it. So Sophia Crawford didn't do nothing about it neither. But she did take my kids from me spitefully, you know what I'm saying, and gave them to Michelle. So after knowing all that stuff that she had done to me already, so. But, she gonna have to deal with her setbacks in life and the stuff that she had did and encountered with me falsely. And that's how, I'm gonna leave that, okay? Now, I got something I want y'all to say. I'm gonna leave that. I hope, So let me get on here, and I got a video I want to show. And Christopher Rue, you can watch this video. You can kind of see what you probably already seen it, but you can see it again. So I want to share all this video right now, and so let me I'm gonna turn the camera around, okay, so y'all can see this video, okay. So let me get this thing set up here, right here, okay. Let's go ahead and turn the camera around. Okay, here we go. All right, let's go ahead and start this. Let's go ahead and start this. Okay. Oh, it went down. Oh, I ain't mean for it to go down. Okay, let's go. I want to start it. Okay, here we go. Let's start it.
The second time, I said, go ahead and get out, honey, and get in daddy vehicle. So that's when she started to get out. That's when she got in there. She go right there, my daughter. And I was talking to her, how you doing? And so you see my ex come around and saying a few choice words to me right there. I'm going to go zoom in so y'all won't miss none of this. All right, so I took my boy, checking my boy out. And like I said, pick my boy, hey, son, I'm telling him, hey, son, what's going on, man? So, and then you see her with some kind of camera, whatever, just flashing in my face at the kids or whatever. So I'm telling my daughter, so I said, hey, honey, I said, why you ain't been calling me? You hadn't seen your mom in a while. Why haven't you been calling me? And right when she about to answer right there, this is when the mother come and snatched her from me. I tried to hold on to her, but I couldn't hold on to her. And then that's where y'all see it. Knocked my daughter over there. Then see how she knocked me to. See that? Now that's the footage. That's the real footage. You see how she went down, got on my kid, talking about I knocked her down on my children. You see how she went and grabbed my kids and got on the ground? And see, I got my phone out, and that's when I started recording.
Okay.
Right there is when I started recording.
Okay, there we go right there. Y'all, let me turn this back around. Okay, I just want to give y'all a little short video there about when my ex-wife at that time, how she assaulted our kids. Right? And mind y'all now, this is DSS parking lot now. This video is the video feed through DSS on cameras, So I got that video later, but I had started recording when y'all seen that I had my phone. I started recording then. So, but the DSS video camera had everything from the very beginning, and they recorded the whole ordeal. So this was in 2018, y'all, when my ex-wife did this. March of 2019 is when Sophia Crawford took my kids from me and stripped my rights from me and my children. Sophia Crawford. There was several months later, because I think this happened in December 2018, and this is the charge that Christopher Root that you found her guilty on. You found her guilty of assaulting me and gave her 24 months for this very act that she did right here. So, but DSS, they had a job to do, protect my children from her, and they didn't. They never even filed a complaint against her for that. Never even filed a complaint. They filed a complaint against me though. Like if I assaulted her or if I hurt her or something, they did it against me though. But they didn't do it with her. They didn't file the complaint against her, and out of their own video now, they didn't do it. So I just like to let you know that, that's the last case I went in front of you for, was when you found her guilty and gave her 24 months for the same video that you saw in court. David McGuire, John Wood, my lawyer, David McGuire, her lawyer, and me and her was in court. So that would be the last time I went in front of you for that. So maybe that might spark your memories on that, but that's what happened. That's how it took place. And with that video, you followed the law, and that was just it. You followed the law, and you saw that woman assaulted me and our kid, and she should have had a charge against my kids too. The way she threw my daughter across that parking lot. Man, you see how she knocked me across the parking lot? I hit the ground. But then, that's like what the Bible said. I don't know if you believe in the Bible or not. Woe unto them people that call wrong right. So they treated Michelle like she was right in what she done, but they treated me like a criminal as if I was the one that did her like that. And which if I would have been the one that did her like that, they would have thrown my butt in jail quickly. Which I still ended up going to jail. Because Holly Smith was the one that she got in cahoots with Michelle that took papers out on me falsely. which is why Holly Smith lost her job. She trying to make a deal. She working now, and I know what she has. She's assistant district attorney now. Holly Smith. Y'all remember Holly Smith when she used to be the magistrate here in Richmond County? Yeah, she tried to bribe the district attorney in Waysboro against the walls. That's why she got in trouble. And that's why she ended up losing her job. She resigned, but she actually lost her job. But that's what they do. They let people like her resign rather than get fired. You know what I'm saying? And then, would you believe she working as an assistant district attorney in Cumberland County? Would y'all believe that? I mean, the same. She tried to bribe the state, the DA's office, but now she working for the DA's office as an assistant attorney, as an assistant district attorney. Wow. See how people do wrong? Boy, that's what I'm talking about right there. And let me go ahead and move on to something that's like that sheriff department. Let me go. Y'all, I ain't never told y'all this, but I'm finna tell y'all this now. See, my family has more particularly, my daughter has a lawsuit against the sheriff department and Holly Smith. I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all. See, I've been holding up. I got tapes and video and everything, and I just ain't released none of that yet. But we finna get busy with this because they didn't want to settle with my daughter accordingly, and they think my daughter need them little pennies they want to offer. Let me tell you something. My daughter's a doctor. She's next to the doctor. You know what I'm saying? She's a nurse practitioner. She go around and she the head of Medicaid, where she go and people home and see and tell them what they can get and need in their home. So let me tell you something. And they provide and pay for all her expenses. Let me tell you something. And making good money. She the first one brought a brand new Escalade, about $35,000 brand new Escalade riding around. And I drove it for a month riding around here in Richmond County. Ain't nobody around here had no Escalade. She got that truck when they first hit the market. So, so my thing, and see, and the sheriff, and the head of that sheriff department, people that sheriff department know what I'm talking about. Yeah, my daughter got a big lawsuit against them. Now, she could have been settled if she wanted to, but she ain't finna settle for no pennies after what they arrested. That video I just showed y'all, that was in reference to that video when Holly Smith and Michelle took one side on me, and I went to turn myself in. They had all them police and stuff up there. That's when Clemens was living then. And we were down at the magistrate office. The black officer, never forget, he know who he is. Why I'm going to turn myself in, y'all? Listen at this, y'all. What else I'm going to turn myself in for, then turn around and resist a police officer? What I'm going to do that for? That'd be crazy on my part now, wouldn't it? I came there to the magistrate office to turn myself in. You know what I'm saying? This police going to grab me, handle me like I said, man, you ain't got to handle me like that, man. I turned myself in. You ain't got to, pull on me and, snatch me around. I'm up here to turn myself in. So when they processed me in the jail, so I'm still down in the jail, here come my daughter coming in. My daughter Nicole was the first one come in. I'm like, what in the world going on? What y'all doing in here? I thought they were gone. Daddy, they locking all of us up. Came and told them to lock all of us up. Lock all of y'all up for what? So they locked all my daughters up that night. All of them. All my daughters. My daughter Diamond, my daughter Nicole, and my daughter, I call her Miss T. That's my oldest daughter. And locked her up as well. And put them on very high bonds because of that Holly Smith and Sheriff Clemens. Put them on a high dollar bond, and but they got out. I made sure of that. So after that, y'all, my daughter they went to the hospital. My daughter Diamond went to the hospital, but she didn't pursue nothing because she went to the hospital, got the report and everything. But she just didn't come in and pursue. But my older daughter, she's like, she's like, no, sir, this ain't going down like that. She went on to the hospital and everything. How they assaulted all my daughters out there. No, sir. The sheriff department, under Clemens' control now at that time. And basically, in my opinion, it was under Mark Gully's control. Because Mark Gully did a whole lot of grimy stuff then when Clemens was just a blackface, y'all. Clemens didn't do nothing up there. Nothing. He had his own little couple of sheriffs, but he ain't do nothing up there. That sheriff department was ran by Mark Gully, even when he was in the office. So, hey, it won't no new thing. Look, they had, how many sheriffs have y'all known that they had, the commissioners or whoever, they appointed Mark Gully. Listen, y'all, they appointed Mark Gully sheriff at the same day they had Clemens' funeral. Tell me, don't y'all remember that? The same day we having Clemens' funeral, they appointed Mark Gully as sheriff of Richmond County. Appointed in his stead. What kind of dirty, grimy junk is that? That's how much they cleared. They showed everybody in Richmond County how much they cared about Clemens, didn't it? They didn't even get that man a proper burial. They too busy up there. Mark Gully, you the new sheriff. And did it on the same, y'all go back and look at it if some of you that don't know. They did it on the same exact day we had on Clemens' funeral. The same exact day. I sure did. And everybody know that I know that's exactly what they did. And the ones you that don't know, Gullich is, I mean, that was and that lets y'all know how much the commissioners in Richmond County cared about Clemens. They appointed Gullich the same day they had his funeral. So tell me how many people cared anything about Clemens up there. Exactly, that part. So I've been going, then let's fast forward. I enjoyed the judge on one part up there. I don't know her name, but she was a white lady. Now, one other thing I did appreciate about what she did, when I told my Lord, tell that judge that Kelly Wynn was a conflict to me, and they just said, let me see y'all back here in chambers. She got back out of chambers, called us back up there. She found Kelly Williams to be in conflict with me. She sure did. Because Kelly Williams tried to minimize his activity with me. So she didn't go for that jump. She said, oh no, you conflict. You ain't gonna hear no more of this case. That's what she told Kelly Williams. You know what I'm saying? See, the lawyers, they violate me, but then they want to get up there and try to minimize it when they want to go against me. You know what I'm saying? But then when it come down to it, oh, I can't be involved with him because I'm a conflict. But you can sit there and say you're a conflict when it's got something to do with being a good lawyer or a lawyer for me, but then you're a conflict with my kids and all. But when it come down, you want to be against me like DSS, you want to minimize it that you're in a conflict. That's why I was telling y'all. Watch them lawyers, watch Kelly Wynn, watch Joy Joseph David III, the child support attorney. Watch the judges up there, Sophia, all of them up there. If y'all had any encounter with them in the past, on the opposite side of the law or whatever, they conflict with you. Because they're not going to be fair like they should be. So they're in conflict. So in order for them to not be fair or in your advantage, it's best for them to just not represent whoever they're representing against you. Because Kelly Wynn, it's a clear conflict, up there. If it wasn't such a conflict, even the judge had told him, said, well, no. Then they said, well, what kind of visitation you want to allow Mr. Wall? Well, Your Honor, 1 day, 1 hour supervised. So if he wanted to for what you gonna put a hard thing like when my son got up there and said that he fabricated the lie just so he can get out the home because he thought that he could do what he wanted to do. So why would after my son got up there and testified now and been cross-examined by him and my lawyer and the judge, and he told my son got up there and said I fabricated it. I didn't know that it was going to go down like this. I didn't know that I was going to be in the place that I'm in. I thought, my son even said that the woman at the school that kind of had him thinking that he could, live with them, her and her son or whoever, said that when they called her after they he had to went and made up this fabricated lie to the DSS, then she said no. DSS she said call her that I can go live with them, and then said no. See, that's what I'm saying. Parents shouldn't put stuff in kids' mind like that there, because my son living in all my kids, and I'm a hard parent on my kids, and I'm hard on them because you know why? Because I don't want them to going out there subjecting themselves to doing junk they ain't got no business doing, breaking the law, and thinking they can get away with it because they ain't doing nothing but setting particularly black people up for prison. So I don't care. So on the other part of that judge, when she was like, she agreed with Kelly Williams, give me an hour once a week supervise at DSS. I didn't agree with that. My son has sat there and told you, and he old enough to know that he telling the truth or a lie. My son has sat there and told you that he won't scared of me. He done sat there and told you he fabricated it up to make it seem like it more than what it was. My son told the judge that, right there on the stand. And my son, they grabbed my hand when I walked by him, when they called me to the stand. Grab my dad, I'm ready to come home. I love you, daddy. You know what I'm saying? Shook both of them. But yet that judge didn't see that. Instead of doing that, you're gonna hold to what Kelly Williams said and give me an hour once a week of visitation with my own kids supervised, like I'm a criminal parent. You know what I'm saying? I'm always raise my kid, and I'm not gonna never spread a rod on my child. Yeah, I'm gonna tear their butt up. And let me speak of that. Tear their butt up. That's how us black people talk. So you white people don't talk that way to your kids. But us black people do. But do we mean anything by it? No. We just talk junk like that because that's how we talk. Just like that Ebony Jones when she said that about her daughter. I know she's a black parent, and I know she talking like that, but she didn't mean nothing by it. That's her daughter. But she talk like that just because that's how we do. That's how black people do. All us black people. We don't sit here and say, jump. Well, if you don't change, I'm gonna spank your butt. That ain't us. That's why white people ain't got no business in black people's homes. We don't talk like that, do we, y'all? We don't go around talking. I'm gonna take that game away if you don't straighten up. If you don't act up right now, you better stop right. You know, them white people. I'm just saying they just raise their kids different from the way we raise ours. So when we say we're gonna whoop your butt, it actually means spanking your butt, but it don't mean that we're gonna hurt you. Just like I don't believe that Ebony Jones meant to say that I don't believe she meant in her heart that she gonna hurt her daughter, but it's just the way black people talk. That's our norm. Just like y'all white people, that's y'all norm. Putting your child in the wall, go sit in the corner, turn your head, I'm gonna spank you, I'm gonna take your game away, I'm gonna hit you with the newspaper. Stop, we don't do no junk like that. You know what I'm saying? So what I needed up there was a judge to understand us black people, to understand me and how I'm raising my kids. Ain't nothing about how I'm raising my kids is abuse. Because in that case, I done abused all of mine too top. And I got doctors in my family, my kids that I done raised now. And I got Air Force, accounting. That's what I done raised so far. So now I'm going to sit here and raise my boys any different. You're a lie from hell. Like, I'm finna do that. I ain't finna do that. Because I know, I want my kids like some of you white people raise y'all kids, and then they going around here shooting up the doggone schools, you know, shooting up innocent people, killing innocent people. So that's how y'all want to raise y'all kids. But we ain't finna raise our kids like that. How many black people have you ever heard children going up there shooting up schools and stuff? So you better recognize, you white people, you judges, recognize there's a difference between us blacks and how we raise our kids, and between y'all whites and how y'all raise y'all kids. So y'all need to just stay y'all butt out of our black homes and stay your butt in your white home where you're supposed to be at. Because that judge based her decision off of white. She ain't based her decision off black on how we are and how we talk. That's just our norm. We talk like that. As a matter of fact, black people talk worse than that. I'm just not cussing at it. Black people say, "I'll F you up." They talk stuff like that they don't care, but they don't mean nothing by it. It's just our language. A lot of our language, you know. So when Ebony Jones, that Kegel lady came to my house, well, I know her name now, came to my house, I said, well, we don't recommend that you beat him. I saw him tear his butt up as soon as he get home, and he gonna still wreck them, y'all. That's exactly what I said to her. So, and she, as a black parent, know how us black parents talk. Yeah, I'm gonna spank his butt in white folk terms. But in black folk terms, I'm gonna tear your butt up. You done wrong. I'm gonna tear your butt up. That's black folk term, not white folks. So I feel like that judge was prejudiced at that because how she raised her kid, she based her decision probably on how she raised her kids. And us black people don't raise our kids the same way. That's why a lot of white kids around here, when they get grown, then you try to strain them. You can't, because now they done went on their own, going out here terrorizing the schools and stuff. And then some of y'all white people want to make the black people raise our kids that way, so now they can go around here terrorizing schools and stuff. Y'all like that white boy killed them ones in that church. Y'all remember that? And the police took them to McDonald's. You done killed all them people in church. What, he killed about what, 5 or 6 of them in there when they were praying? And let one lady alive? See, they want to talk about stuff like that right there, but then they going to take him about him a cheeseburger, take him to McDonald's after he did that jump. See, that's the kind of wicked stuff that I'm talking about, y'all. You know what I'm saying? You know, you can't get up there as a judge and be personal with how you raise your kids, because the society already says that y'all white people raise y'all kids different from us black people. You know, but I just used that video against Ebony Jones to let y'all know that, look how she talking about she want to hurt her daughter. Even though me as a black person, I knew where she was coming from. Talking like that on the media about her child. But white people don't understand it that way. White people, she gonna hurt her child. That's child abuse. You know what I'm saying? Child neglect. But actually it's not, because that's how us black people talk to our kids. I mean, I don't cuss at my kids or nothing like that, but I say I beat your butt. I use the terminology of language like that. But a lot of black people say they get a little deep in that, but that's still our language. That's how we talk to our children, and don't mean and love them to death, and talk that way to them. So y'all love y'all kids to death, to not chastise them, to not do what's right, and that's why they growing up doing evil stuff that they doing because of how y'all bringing them up. So you go back in there and look at that, how y'all bringing y'all kids up, going around, white kids going around terrorizing everything. So now you want to make it so that since y'all done messed up y'all kids so bad, now you want to come into the black folks' home, well, don't hit your child, that's abuse. And then you want to make a child think that because my child was thinking that. And he intensified that with the DSS worker. But then like I told my son in court, I said, son, you're going to have to chalk it up, son, because this in the system now, and they want to take advantage of me anyway. And so this is you gave them that opportunity to do that. That's exactly what I told my son. And that's when that Ebony tried to turn up on me in court. And I wasn't trying to talk to Ebony because you black, your people grew up on the North Yard. So you understand how black people talk. That's the reason why I know it was personal with her. You know how black people talk. So by me telling you I'm going to whoop my child butt when he got home, you know what I meant. You know what I'm saying? Because you black and you grew up in the black community and you was raised by your black parents. So, and your black parents probably somewhere close to my age. So, you know, your mama talked to you that way. But did she talk to you saying that she gonna hurt you? No, she talked to you that way because just our language. And we love you. So I put that on you to get you to understand that you wasn't no different than what you said on the media about your daughter than what I said to you when you came to my house about my son. What's different? You're there saying on the media, you know, what you gonna do to your daughter? She done lost a set of earrings. But then I said I'm gonna whoop my child butt when he get home and he gonna still wreck their yard. So what did you think that I meant by that? That I'm gonna beat him down, I'm gonna stomp him in the ground. Did you think that I meant that? No, you didn't think that, but you took it and ran with it. Like if I'm gonna hurt my child. So y'all, that's where I'm at now. And I just want to make an example of that because you're going to sit there you're going to do the same thing that you're going to take my kids from the school from me. The same thing. Now, let's get on to something else. All right, just like Joseph David, y'all, how he was a conflict. Now, I wish that I had that same judge to get his butt when he went against me, him and that doggone McGuire. Because McGuire was my daughter's attorney. Then he was my wall against wall. Then he got to be my ex-wife attorney. No, all that was a conflict. Then turned papers over to Joy David. And then Joy David made himself a conflict on me. Let me tell you what I did. So, I told y'all they went back. I was in court February 23. So they went back before the pandemic and looked at my bank with David McGuire did that because we were going through a divorce. I was going through a divorce with my ex-wife, right? You know what I'm saying? So they was getting all information for equity distribution. So that all the information belonging to him for the court, the proceeding between me and Michelle. It didn't belong to him to give it to another attorney to go against me. So that made them double conflict against me. See what I'm saying? Because he getting paper that only belonging to him for the divorce case, but he took those same paper and gave it to Joseph David to use against me. And the paper was saying how much money I had in my bank account before the pandemic. Before the pandemic, in the 2020. So they go back on me and order me to pay child support based on that. Not based on my current job or anything like that, y'all. But then this is what really made it bad. Didn't do the same thing for Michelle. See, got it on record though. Got on record. She run around with more than $10,000 in her bank account. So tell me why you didn't use her bank. If you don't use mine, why do you didn't use hers too? See, that will make everything equal, y'all. That's why I wrote that doggone joker up, and I ain't through with Joseph David yet neither. That's why I wrote his butt up. Because you're gonna sit there on one end and go through my bank account what David McGuire gave you, but you're not gonna pull her bank account statements. To see during the same time period, y'all, Michelle running around over $10,000 her account, and everybody know that child support is an equal thing. You know, all the income the mom got, all the income the daddy made. If you're gonna go back and look at my bank account, then it's only fair for you to do the same thing for her. But I got her to say it out there in court. I showed it on record. She had over $10,000 in her bank account during the same time period, and I don't have $5,000 in mine on the same time period. that they looked at my bank statements and didn't look at her bank statement. But I got her bank statements though. So when it come back up and come back right, I got her bank statements. Every one of them. That's the reason why I know how much money she had. But did I go give it to anybody to go hold some against her? Nope, I ain't do that. But to get this stuff straightened out, now I'm going to do it because I got her bank statements. Every one of them. So you're going to order me to pay child support based on my bank statement for 2020 on, but not use hers. So if that don't make him if that don't make him a conflict, I don't know what does. And I knew that if that judge, the same judge that I just had up there would have been up there, would have struck both of them down, would have struck Dave McGuire down and Joseph Davis. See, that's what I'm saying. They do that evil stuff to get at you. That's what I be explaining to y'all. I couldn't explain this to y'all the other day because I was like, you know what I'm saying? But that's what they do to get at you, this evil stuff that they do to get at you. You know, on one side, but they then on the other side, they're in conflict. But they ain't in conflict when they out to get you. So I want to tell y'all, and I'm gonna let y'all go. Watch every one of these lawyers right here in Richmond County, and the judges, and the sheriff department. So this lawsuit coming down the line with them. So I'm finna turn up on, like I told y'all, I'm finna turn up on that sheriff department. You did my daughters wrong, buddy. I'm the daddy. You're not gonna break me, buddy. I'm the wrong one to try to break when I know I got stuff against you. That's why I told y'all I'm coming at y'all. I'm coming at them now. Cause you know what, y'all? I didn't know nothing about that. I'm gonna say I'm gonna let y'all go. I didn't know nothing about that. The sheriff department ain't supposed to serve me when I'm a Florida resident. See, that's the evil junk they do. That sheriff department ain't supposed to serve me nothing in North Carolina in civil. Cause number one, North Carolina court don't have no jurisdiction over me. That's the first thing. So they ain't got no business serving me just because you know me and I happen to be in town and go up to that court for something else. You still ain't got no business to serve me. No bit at all to serve me. I'm a Florida resident. You didn't go through the proper channel to send them papers to Florida for the sheriff department in Florida to serve me. Because as a matter of fact, anything that consists of me that's civil in North Carolina is in Florida because I'm a Florida resident. To this day right here, y'all, I'm a Florida resident. You have to be in the doggone state of North Carolina for 12 months to even begin to be a resident of North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? So my time in Florida is well over. And that's why that judge struck that down, y'all, with the Kelly Williams trying to take authority or jurisdiction on my children. The reason why they can't, because I just enrolled them in school in September 2024. So they can't take the jurisdiction over them because they ain't even been here 6 months. And the state of North Carolina law said they got at least 6 consecutive months. I read up on it really good, y'all. 6 consecutive months to be here. So DSS ain't got no authority with my kid now, period. They got a case, though. And so now they done start emailing me. Oh, can they do this? Now they can ask me, can they do this and can they do that now? But for the first almost 30 days, I heard nothing from them, got no paperwork or nothing. See, that's what people evil that's after you. That's the reason why I said it's above Ebony Jones' head. I know it. See? And then it was personal with her when she left off my porch that day, when she left my house that day. But see, now I know for a fact that sheriff department got that. And see that you know what? I ain't gonna talk no more about that, y'all, because I got some other stuff coming at y'all about that sheriff department. And I'm gonna putting it all down. Holly Smith, all them jokers up there, putting it all down. Cause see, it ain't no local thing with the sheriff department. This is in federal court, y'all. My daughter in federal court with them assaulting her. Federal court. And any of the rest of you out there been assaulted by the sheriff department, come on, let me know. Come on, bring it to me. Let's get it. I'm gonna let y'all go with that. So let's get this junk. Let's stop this junk. That's the reason why I tell you, we gotta get Mark Goods off up there, Children's off up there, and the rest of his constituents up there out of there. Cause they ain't doing no violating people law. And we got some lawyers though. We got some lawyers that be glad to take case. They'll be glad to get up on that sheriff department. But I want a good case though. So if any of you inbox me, let me know what's going on. You know, so I can provide it. So I can provide it to the lawyer. And the lawyer can be like, okay, this is what we gonna do. Just like we did with Steen when they assaulted him out there at that high school, and then gonna charge him. That man and him ain't did nothing to them sheriff's officers. They were personal. But they got an undercover amount of money. They ain't publicized that. But see, I'm gonna go ahead and take this through there because the case with Holly Smith and that sheriff department is in federal court with my daughter. My daughter that I raised. Let's get it, y'all. I can be back at you.